Well, hey guys, I just wanted to come at you with a little challenge, something for us when it comes to guests, in particular new guests, because think about this, when's the last time that you were that new person? See, we quickly forget what it's like to be new somewhere. And as a new person, we often walk around with this low level of anxiety, sometimes a high level, because we're thinking of questions like, and what if I don't fit in? What if nobody talks to me? What am I supposed to do? Where am I supposed to go? And see, that's where gospel hospitality actually comes into play. We train all of our guest service ministry leaders to actually look for specifically new guests, and we teach them how to interact with those new guests. But we believe it is really important for our entire church family to be on that same page, to know to be on the lookout for those new guests and how to extend that gracious hospitality so that we can actually move from just one team of people knowing how to do that to creating an entire culture at New Life that does that. Now the good news is, I believe that New Life has taken huge strides in that department, but we can always grow and we can always get better. So I just wanted to give you a few tips, a few things to help all of us better engage with new guests on a weekend service. So the first thing is this: guest services is way more than just a cup of coffee. If you know me, you know I love coffee. I'm a coffee addict. I love the coffee bar now that it's back open and the atmosphere that creates. But guest services extends way more than just a cup of coffee and a simple hello. In fact, did you know that a new guest has already made up their mind whether they feel welcome or not by the time they sit down? So before a song ever gets sung or before a word ever gets preached, that new person has already decided if they feel welcomed or not. So guys, listen, the sermon starts in the parking lot, and these days it actually starts way before that. It happens online before they even come to our campus. So that means, how should we treat our new guests? What should we do? Well, think about it this way. How would you treat somebody that you had just met if you invited them over to your house for dinner? Would you give them poor directions? Would you serve up cold leftovers for them? Would you spend all your time talking to your neighbor that just popped over while you just ignored your invited guest completely? No, absolutely not. We would treat that guest special. So why in the world would we as a church family with the greatest gift on the planet to offer not go above and beyond and roll out the red carpet for our new guests to clear the way for them so that they can hear the gospel clearly? Because tip number 2 is this: the gospel is offensive, but nothing else should be. That's right. The gospel, the full gospel, can often be hard to hear sometimes, especially when it's the first time you're hearing those words. And so we want to actually be intentional about removing all those distractions and pouring out gospel hospitality on new people, because people are always the mission and the gospel is always their hope. So guys, listen, people might actually disagree with what gets said on a Sunday morning, but they'll never forget how they were treated. So finally, as we continue to engage with new guests and we create that hospitality culture here at New Life, I want to remind you the best first step for any new guest to take, and that's our Journey 101 lunch. Guys, listen, we have designed this Journey 101 specifically for new guests. It's a place that happens the first Sunday of every month, and when they come to that lunch, that they get to meet other new people, new guests. They have a chance to actually hear more about our mission and vision at New Life, what God's been up to with us, and it helps them know how to get connected. So the next time that you intentionally strike up that conversation with that new person, now you know what their first step should be when they're ready to take it. So remember guys, every Sunday is somebody's first Sunday. So think about now, how are you going to roll out that red carpet for that new person this week and in the weeks ahead so that they can hear the gospel, maybe for the first time. Have a great week, and we'll see you soon.